Brooklane Baptist Academy College does begin at kindergarten, I want to give you some examples. And many times when new students come into the school, parents ask, well, how do your students do when they go on to college? And of course my answer is they do very well. We've had students to get scholarships and many other accolades as they go on to college. And I also share with them something else, and that is that the students who excel the most are the students who are here for the longest period of time. Those students that come here and begin in kindergarten or first grade and go all the way through are the students who do the best in college and later on. I have a coin here. I want to share with you, this is one of the 100 coins that was minted by the U.S. Navy by a friend of mine who graduated here at Brooklane Baptist Academy. His name is Jamie Johnson. He went here from the first grade through the 12th grade, graduated in 1988, and went into the Navy. He felt like that was his best choice. He was a hard worker, had a good education, high school education. When he went into the Navy decided that they wanted to send him to Auburn to the engineering program. And Jamie was real excited about that. He was my best friend in high school. And he was 2 years behind me, but he helped me with my math. So Jamie was a good student. But he went through the engineering program at Auburn. And then after he got out of the engineering program, the Navy sent him through nuclear power school. And after he went through nuclear power school, he just kept on moving up in the Navy. Just recently, well, let me go back a little bit further. During the Gulf War, I think he was a lieutenant commander during the Gulf War, and he was an admiral's aide. He was an admiral's aide for a 2-star admiral, and he told me that every day he and the admiral would meet together for prayer. And it just meant a lot to me to know that people in places like that are God-fearing and Christian men of faith. And he's told me many times that he can trace those core values and that faith back to the days at Brooklane Baptist Academy. That's where those core values, the foundation was laid for those core values. Just recently, I went down to Jacksonville, Florida to attend his change of command. Jamie is now a commander in the Navy, and he just left the Red Lancers Squadron in Jacksonville, Florida, and he will be stationed in San Diego, California now, and he will be a 4-star admiral's aide there. So Jamie's just moved up and up and up. And again, he traces it back to his days at Brooklane Baptist Academy, those core values, the work ethic, and the things that happened for him here. I could go on and name many, many other examples. I want to challenge you tonight and encourage you to think about keeping your kindergartners here next year as they enter first grade and as they go on. You may ask, well, what about recently? And I knew you would ask that. So I brought a couple of invitations. These are 2 invitations to college graduations of students that graduated in 2011, 4 years ago. The first one is of Stanley Edward Bibbs Jr. I know Stanley is going to do great things as well. He went here for many, many years. Before he went here, he went to Flint Hill Christian Academy. So he had Christian education all the way through school as well. Stanley is graduating after 4 years at Talladega with a bachelor's degree in psychology. And I think that, give him a few years and we're going to hear great things from Stanley as well. Michaela Pickens went here from kindergarten through 12th grade, graduated in 2011. And this is her invitation to her graduation. They both sent one to the school here. And it says to the president, faculty, graduating class of Samford University announces that Michaela Pickens is a candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Biology, Dean's List. So that's just 3 examples. Those are 3 examples of students who have come here, one way back, 2 much more recently. Again, I could give you many more examples. For example, Mrs. Hester, our K-4 teacher, her mother is a graduate of Brooklane Baptist Academy, and you may have heard of her, Teresa Hester. I I said Teresa, it's Mary Beth Hester is the K-4 teacher. Teresa Hester, attorney at law right here in Hueytown. So that's just another great example. But I want to challenge you and encourage you to think about keeping your kids right here at Brooklane so that they'll have that, first of all, the continuity as they go from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. Have the same, when you transfer from one school to another, sometimes you miss things in the scope and sequence of the curriculum. And also, I want to introduce now our kindergarten program. And we're going to start out with a presentation by the Brooklane Baptist Academy K-5 students and Mrs. Ruffner's class of the Little Red Hen.